without getting into the full big hoopla story of how my digestion got all jacked up, let's just say I got bit by a brown recluse and I began working on detoxing the venom, and in the process, because I didn't take my doctor's full advice, I messed up my stomach. So I had to work really hard on undoing that. Daily stomach aches, excruciating stomach aches, just completely debilitating. So bad I felt like I was losing my life in a way. And I read this book called The Green Body Cleanse by Dr. Group. And for me, this was the most important piece of the puzzle for figuring out my digestion and how to solve it. One of the things that he talks about is how our bodies go through these biorhythms every single day, and during the night your body is going through a certain process until about 4 a.m. and then your body goes through another process of kind of flushing out and eliminating all the stuff that it pulled out of your system while you were sleeping. And then later on in the day is when you're fueling up and recharging. And so he suggests that you start the day by eating fruit. And he mentioned in there that the easiest fruit for your body to digest is actually a melon. So that is the number one biggest change I made, is that every day I wake up and I eat half a watermelon or a lot of a watermelon, or if it's one of those small personal ones, maybe the whole thing. And I love it. It's so good. It makes my body feel hyper moisturized and nourished, and it's a really great way to start my day every single day. Another thing that Dr. Group talks about is the missing piece that I ignored with Dr. Buckley. Dr. Buckley told me to take Mago 7 or oxy powder, which is ozonated magnesium, to avoid backup in my stomach, because I was taking charcoal to detox the venom, and I didn't do that because I didn't have what I perceived to be bowel issues. I was convinced that my stomach pain was caused by something else until I went and got an emergency CAT scan. Turns out I should have been taking Mago 7 or oxy powder the whole dang time, and I wasn't. So I began doing that in January, and the first day that I took it, actually it was the second day, I had 17 bowel movements the next day. It was insane! So yeah, I was really backed up, and I think that that was the biggest part of my digestion issues. I also have a hernia, and so because my system was getting backed up, it was like stretching out my hernia all the time, and it wasn't good. So taking Mago 7 or oxy powder on a regular basis to clean out your system will allow your body to start to reset back to normal digestion. So coupled with eating fruit for breakfast, I have been taking Mago 7, and anytime I start to get a stomach ache, I will take Mago 7 or oxy powder. I actually take oxy powder now. I went through a bottle of Mago 7 and I just finished my first bottle of oxy powder. About to buy some more. And yeah, so whenever I start to get a stomach ache now, I take oxy powder, flush my system, flush my colon, and the next day generally I feel so much better. So these two things in combination have been absolutely phenomenal for me in helping my digestion. There's more to it, lots more to it, but people have been asking, and the simple version is buy the Green Body Cleanse, switch to fruit for breakfast, and make sure that you are flushing your system with some sort of ozonated magnesium. I recommend doing it regularly, and if you're having digestive issues right now, do it now and do a nice long week-long cleanse or something. For the regular stuff, you know, as needed, but for a big, nice long cleanse, try it for a week and see what happens. It changed my life dramatically. Anyway, that's just a quick update to let you know how I fixed my digestive issues. I went 2 whole weeks with no stomach aches, and then I went under a lot of stress 2 days ago. That's another story, but stress definitely triggered my stomach pain back, and so you know, I'm gonna do a colon cleanse and I'm gonna see how that helps. So I guess the fourth piece of advice is work on removing stress from your life. Set strong boundaries and rest. Give your body time to heal. If you don't feel good, there's a reason. Eliminating the root of that reason and giving your body time to rest, heal, rebuild, and strengthen up is really important. Oh, so if that was the fifth thing, then here's my sixth thing. Movement. It's really important. You gotta move. Do yoga, stretch, touch your toes. The more you move, the better your digestion will be. I call it meaningful movement. And when my inflammation was at its peak and my stomach was so full of stuff, it was excruciating just to touch my toes because there were so many pinched nerves in my back. And so I started out just slowly stretching, and now I can pretty much do the full spectrum of yoga where I was before I started having these digestive issues. Some things still hurt. Upward dog hurts really bad. But as I work on my inflammation, that'll get better. And yeah, so there you go. Fruit for breakfast. Green Body Cleanse. Read it. Understand the natural biorhythms of your body and treat your system accordingly. Colon cleanse. Rest. De-stress. It's really important. And move. That's my advice. Love you guys. I hope your tummies all feel better. Oh wait, one more thing. I was drinking a lot of kombucha because I felt like the probiotics would help, and I gained 30 pounds. So be aware. Even though my friend Tammy warned me repeatedly about how much sugar was in kombucha, I continued to drink it, and that contributed to my stomach pain becoming worse and worse because my stomach was growing bigger and bigger and it was pulling on my hernia. So, you know, probiotics are a good thing. Excessive sugar is not. Brew your own and read your labels. You know, maybe get like a 1 gram of sugar, ginger, or lemon kombucha if you're gonna drink kombucha. Okay, that's it for real this time. Now I really do hope your tummies feel better. Peace and love.